Before I get into the main point of today's speech, I just want to give you listeners, just a little bit of insight into what Nation of Allege exactly is. It's a movement. I repeat, a movement to change society for a better tomorrow. This nation was founded by me, but I will not take full credit for anything, as I don't want to be seen as an honourable human being, but I just want to be seen as a normal person preaching what the nation teaches. Now I will make videos preaching what the nation teaches, and there is many more topics, but today's topic is the value of happiness, and focus is strictly on media and dress sense and how society has changed that for us and manipulated and brainwashed us to believe our value of happiness lies towards a ignoble direction, and also how the nation can allow us to tackle this situation. So speaking for the majority of society today, the definition of happiness for many of us brothers and sisters programmed by society's positive outlook of harmful doings is towards the lines of partying, drinking, smoking weed, pulling girls, breaking our virginity to look or feel a certain way about yourself. And the value of happiness has unfortunately become so shallow and ridiculous that brothers and sisters would actually insult another brother, insult another sister, just to satisfy their so-called needs. Now, the dictionary definition of happiness is a quality or state of being happy. However, the nation's is certainly similar, but just a few changes to the actual dictionary definition. The nation teaches happiness is when you have not been influenced by your surroundings, which include literally everything, but yet you will be in a state of being happy. Now this could mean many things. For example, some would say, I wasn't influenced to smoke weed and I'm happy doing it. But the fact of the matter is, you unfortunately have been blinded by the flashing lights that society wants us to see. For example, you see Wiz Khalifa smoking weed in every video, having the time of his life, etc, etc. The images of that are crawling into your mind, allowing you to think it's cool and amazing and brilliant. But in truth, the media, I repeat, the media are just making you think in a way which you think you're thinking on your own 2 feet. But you have no clue that the media is indeed behind it all. The sun will just jump and pounce to the conclusion and just instantly say, what if I smoked weed before Wiz Khalifa? Good point, but the answer is simple. The nation will reply by explaining the history of cannabis. I'm just slightly get into it. I learned once from a person back home in my country, who somehow has a full understanding of cannabis, that it was used by ancient Indians. Now, it don't take a genius to know how far that would trace back. Now, if it's not strong enough proof, which personally I don't think it is, then in 2003, a basket of weed leaves and seeds were found in a 2,500 to a 2,800 year old mummy in China. So it had been passed down the years and had people attracted to the feeling of taking drugs and so on. And if you were smoking cannabis before Wiz Khalifa appeared, then maybe he was influenced by people around your area or rappers beforehand, and the cycle continues. Now back to the point of value of happiness. Through the nation's teaching of happiness, which is when you have not been influenced by society and surroundings, but yet you will be in a state of being happy, someone interpret it to benefit their evil, immoral, malevolent actions. But true happiness only comes with positivity. And as the nation teaches, everyone is born good, and the evil comes from influences from society. Therefore, if we can eliminate the important factors that contribute to unhelpful influences on society to the maximum as possible, then the problems within our society today would reduce. Now, let me simplify this by saying that the value of happiness is when you are thinking for yourself with no undesirable influence being transferred from one's mouth into your mind. Now, an example of that would be a person's dress sense. Now, let's make up a character and say he wears a hat, always wears big clothes, or black collared clothing, comes out, looking like a mess. Now, your first impression through the superficial side, which comes through a lack of understanding of characters, will be a crook, thief or tramp or whatever would float your boat to support your limited depth of considerate perception. Now, I'm not taking a dig at the people saying this or have said this. Now, let's put the character into the nation's teaching of happiness, which is when you have not been influenced by society and surroundings, but yet you will be in a state of being happy. Now, if the character was to say, I'm happy that I am dressing like this because I have not been influenced by brothers who wear jeans or wear shirts or come collar coordinating or wear a new pair of clothing every other day, or for sisters who go for dress sense but not who the person really is, and that society has not changed me to dress like the guys who wear chinos with v-necks and Vans and whatnot, and also haven't been influenced from, you know, the ghetto who wear Gucci belts and all these designer jumpers they're wearing nowadays, then the nation believes that she has fulfilled the value of happiness because because the character has genuinely felt the feeling of being content. Now, that is the value of happiness, and that is what the nation teaches. If you feel right and comfy and feel it's adequate for you to be happy, then what you're wearing should not change, because you see everyone else jumping on a new wave within society that you're stuck in. Now, waves come and go. The waves we go on about nowadays are not gonna last forever. They're the kind of waves that are caused by atmospheric disturbances or volcanic disturbances. They go up, calm down. But if you're happy with what you wear and have not changed your dress sense, even if society's dress sense is leaning towards an angle you won't feel so right in, then you have officially understood the nation's value of happiness. Now, the nation does not only teach that value of happiness shines through your dress sense, but also through your speaking ways, hand movements, respect to others, beliefs, methods of helping, and the list goes on. So the nation teaches that value of happiness is when you have not been influenced by society and surroundings, but yet you will be in a state of being happy. So please don't let society suck you into a dark hole which, you know, you'll be blinded forever. Because the fact is, if you're in the dark for too long, all you ever will see is darkness in the future. Now, if you would genuinely like to know more about this topic, please leave comments suggesting what you would be interested in knowing around the topic of value of happiness, and I would gladly make a speech to show you the nation's teaching on what you would like to know within this topic. Now, if you like the video, please share it around and also subscribe to the channel. Also like the page on Facebook, which will be down in the description. Thank you very much for listening, and I hope you all have and had a lovely day, and hopefully have opened your eyes just a little bit more, and hopefully opened your minds to understand what the nation is teaching. Thank you.